What is the most important relationship to develop in this entire lifetime? You guessed it. It's the relationship with yourself. If you were speaking to other people in the tone that you speak to yourself, would they still be your friends? Are you filling your mind with self-criticism and judgment? If you struggle with this, you need to watch this video. Hi, my name is Melissa and I'm the founder of the Spirit Guided Life School. I'm here to help you develop your spiritual abilities and heal anything that's holding you back so you can live your unique life purpose and be more happy and fulfilled. Today, I'm talking about loving yourself, having a relationship with yourself. I have another video that talks about the 4 main contracts that we have. So I'll link that one in the cards right here. And one of these contracts to learn and grow is actually my relationship with myself. If you think about it, wherever you go, there you are. And we have this inner dialogue, this inner communication through our thoughts and feelings about ourselves. So many people have this underlying feeling of, I'm not good enough. I'm defective in some way. People don't like me. I'll be rejected, etc. So if you've experienced any version of those feelings in your life, first of all, you're not alone. It's normal. But what you need to acknowledge is that those beliefs about yourself are not true. They have come from the result of the way that you were parented in your early years. So we often we know that intellectually, that our childhood affects us, but we might still be thinking that well, there's just something wrong with me, not really making the connection that there never was anything wrong with you. Those feelings developed by the way that you were treated. So sometimes it's not even intentionally telling you that you're bad. It's actually the absence of love and affection. Because as very young beings, we need that love and attention and affection and acknowledgement and nurturing. If your parents just didn't give you that because they were not equipped to, you will start to believe and feel on a subconscious level that because your needs for emotional needs are not being met, there is something wrong with you. And it's something that you can carry inherently throughout your life. Maybe you've had a feeling of emptiness inside. That is a good clue that your emotional needs were not met in your early years. So I really just want to hit home this point that it never was true that you weren't good enough. You just started to believe that as a result of things happening around you. Maybe for you it was more direct. Maybe people around you were telling you the things that were wrong with you, or you never live up, or why can't you be like your brother or your sister, etc., etc. And so we're so sensitive in those early years, we internalize those beliefs. So however your parents were speaking to you in your early years is pretty much the way that you are now speaking to yourself in your own internal dialogue. So maybe the message is for you, and this is really common regardless of parenting, maybe the message for you is that you weren't productive enough, you didn't work hard enough. Our society is very much set up in this way, so it's a common one. So maybe now in your internal dialogue and your thoughts, you're always kind of beating yourself up for not being productive. You shame yourself if you want to take a break. If you procrastinate, you shame yourself, etc., etc. But that is just the result of the programming. So the great thing now is that we get a chance to rewrite your script. Your relationship with yourself does not have to continue to be dictated by the way that your parents spoke to you. You get to now consciously decide that you're going to bring in the feelings and the way of treating yourself that had been lacking in childhood. For most people, it's going to be one of these 3 things, or perhaps all 3 of them, right? 1 or 2 or 3 of them. So those 3 key words are encouragement, affection, and compassion. Encouragement, affection, and compassion. These are the 3 ways that you are going to practice treating yourself. So let's take a look at encouragement. Maybe this was lacking for you in your early years. You really had nobody encouraging you. Maybe they were just ignoring you. Maybe they were discouraging you. Maybe they're telling you you couldn't do it, etc. So now, in your thoughts, you're going to practice encouraging yourself, even when you feel like you've messed up. So you might notice yourself doing something, go, oh, speak to myself, right? Oh, Melissa, I can't believe you did that again. You're so lazy. You never work hard enough. You say, actually, let me replace those thoughts with encouragement. Melissa, you're doing great. You are showing up every day. You are accomplishing so many tasks. You're looking after your son so well. So it's encouraging. Notice how different you feel with encouragement versus putting yourself down. Number 2, affection. How can you be affectionate to yourself, right? So a lot of people's internal dialogue is going to be, especially around looks, often this one will come up. Like, oh my gosh, you put on so much weight. Your, I don't know, your belly doesn't look right, whatever it might be for you. Yeah, your nose is wrong, whatever. Maybe it's not physical for you, right? Maybe it's just feeling bad or wrong, right? Or you're so shy in those situations. Why do you always do that? Why do you always say the wrong thing? I want you to think about what it would be like to have affection for yourself. Wow, you look great today. You're healthy. You look great. You're vibrant. You can praise your good qualities with affection, right? You are a loving person. You always try your best. You go out of your way to help others. So how can you show yourself that affection and really just praise and acknowledge your good qualities? This was a hard one for me because in my household growing up, nobody said I love you. And I actually attracted a romantic partner in my 20s who had a son. And he would every single day, multiple times a day, tell his little son how much he loved him. And through that relationship, that was the contract that I learned from that person. It certainly wasn't meant to be, we weren't meant to be forever, but it was a short relationship, couple years. But in that time, that was what I learned from that person. That's why I attracted him into my life, because I saw that it was possible to share love to a child and to say those words. And I began to be comfortable saying them, right? So now that I've healed that in myself, I'm able to tell my own child how much I love him every single day and the things that I admire about him. So definitely practice it with others in your life and do it for yourself. Okay, even if it feels uncomfortable, it becomes better over time. Okay, number 3, compassion. A lot of times when we're beating ourselves up and we feel not good enough, we're not giving ourselves even a chance to make a mistake. Oh, I can't believe you did that. Why did you mess up again, right? You never do anything right. Maybe you have a job interview and you don't get the job. Well, of course, because you're not good enough. Nobody likes you. You can't even show up in an interview well, okay? So how about treating yourself with compassion, patience? I noticed that I was doing a pattern of beating myself up for not working earlier in the day. So what I would do is I would get my son ready for school, I would work out, I would shower, I would do all that. And then it would be around 10 a.m. by that point because my son's school starts late. And I would say, oh, it's so late in the day and you're only just starting work now. You're never going to get enough done. Why are you so lazy? Then I realized, why am I beating myself up? Because I'm actually caring and doing the things I needed to for my son and then myself, working out. Why is that worthy of beating myself up about? So I started to, in that example, practice compassion. Wow, that's so great that you've been looking after your body by exercising and caring for your own needs as well as what you do for your child. And really just acknowledging and being compassionate as I'm learning and growing. So I hope that these 3 things will give you some food for thought. How can you utilize at least one of these 3 things in your life? Compassion, encouragement, and affection. How can you treat yourself more that way? Maybe you're one of those people that does that for everybody else, but not for yourself. This is the place of healing, because when we can be loving and compassionate to ourselves, we have so much more capacity to share with others and the work that we're doing. So let me know in the comments below which one of those 3 words is your favorite. If you want to go deeper into this topic, I highly recommend you watch this video next. It's called How to Heal the Patterns from Your First 7 Years. Can't wait to see you there.